And we are back. So, from London to Hollywood, Motown, Rogers and Cohen to building his own entertainment and PR management companies, Ramon Hervey II has worked with the best, leading in all capacities from PR for artists like Stevie Wonder, Richard Pryor, Little Richard, and Bette Midler, to taking the lead in publicity firestorms like Aaliyah and the R. Kelly scandal, and managing the Kenny Babyface Edmonds. He has done it all. He shares these stories and so much more in his new book called The Fame Game. Help us welcome to the show Ramon Hervey II.
Hi there.
Hi, Ramon. How are you?
Nice to be on your show. Thank you so much for inviting me to join you for a little bit.
So, again, thank you for being here with us. The Fame Game, an insider's playbook for earning your 15 minutes. Let's get straight into it. Let's talk about that title first and foremost, though, please.
Well, the title was really, I came up with the title because I didn't really want to do a memoir. I thought I'm still active in the business and everything, and I wanted to find a theme where I could sort of share a retrospective view of my career. I have a few tenets in the book, and I just say, fame is not a destination, it's an accolade, and it's an honor that's accorded to people who are successful. So I really tell people, don't obsess about fame, obsess about being your best.
You've had to put out several fires at different times in your career. And you talk about this in the book. So, can you share some of those stories that became big news?
Well, probably the biggest one that I'm associated with was Vanessa Williams winning Miss America, becoming the first Black Miss America in the 63-year history of the pageant. I was asked to come on board to consult with them after the pageant had given her, they had requested that she resign and had given her 72 hours to determine whether she would accept their request or not. And that's a big difference in terms of how history has recorded it, because a lot of people think she was forced to resign, and she wasn't forced to resign. When I got there on Saturday morning, it was a much bigger story than I realized. And outside of her house, this is all before I even met her. I had never met her. I'd never spoke to her on the phone or anything. I had to work with attorneys because there was a lawsuit that was going to parallel whatever she said. And then we did the press conference on Monday morning at the Sheraton Hotel in New York City, and another like 300 people. It was the biggest press conference and the craziest press conference I ever managed in my whole career. I still have not come close to anything like that. But the whole goal was to put the incident behind her. And in the book, I tell you, I mean, everybody knows now that she did resign, but in the book, I detail how we ended up at that conclusion.
And fun fact, she's also the mother of your three beautiful children. And that's something that we just wanted to add and sprinkle that little fun fact in there.
Yeah, I can confirm that's a true rumor. It's not just a rumor. She's my ex-wife. She gave me a beautiful family, three kids. We had a great, business relationship and personal relationship for many years. But we're still a family, and I'm forever indebted to her for again giving me a chance to be a father too.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. And it's interesting that you mentioned that was one of the most craziest times. I want to touch on some other things that you also were a part of, if you will, in relation to a lot of people know about this with R. Kelly and Aaliyah. You came in and had to pretty much do the same thing, handle that. And you share that in your book as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that time and more about Aaliyah in those moments? And if you can share, what was your strategy during that time as well? I know it's a two-part question. So your moments with Aaliyah during that time, and what was your strategy in helping them get through it?
When I first got approached by her manager, was a guy named Barry Hankerson. He's still alive, and he also was R. Kelly's manager. So he called me up and he said, Ramon, I have a crisis that I need to deal with, and I'd love for you to advise me on what we should do. And he didn't tell me any more information. I went and I met with him personally, And he told me, he goes, I don't know if you know this, but I'm Aaliyah's uncle. And her mother is my sister. And I just found out that Aaliyah and R. Kelly were in a relationship. What a lot of people don't really, I think the hardest thing about dealing in a situation like that was this was really as much more a family crisis that a lot of people didn't realize. I asked them what did they want to do, because I think the first thing in any crisis is what is the problem, and then how would you like to, see the situation handled? Do you have any, are you looking for advice, or are you looking to do something and you want someone to carry that out for you? So to me, that's my first role in the role that I played with Aaliyah. I talked to the mother and as well, and I asked them, because you have recourse because Aaliyah is a minor. If you want to pursue those, do you want to pursue those? And they said no. And it really was never a scandal because no one ever knew if it was true or not. What happened was, and this has been revealed, so I'm not giving that up, but they did get married. And that came up in the court cases recently, but R. Kelly did not go to prison because of Aaliyah. He went to prison because of a pattern of, criminal behavior. But there were many other cases that he was proven guilty of. And they both, as a result of my involvement, did agree not to say anything to the media.
Yeah, and just final thoughts on this. How do you recommend people approach the industry and this game of fame?
I think when you jump from anonymity because most people, everybody that I've worked with, and I've worked with, quite a few really famous people, they all were anonymous people at one point in their life. And the problem with fame is you don't know whether you're suited for it until it's already there. And then the question is, can you actually survive? Can you learn how to use it as a tool to make it commercially viable? When you have a lot of success, then fame can be currency and it can be leveraged to your advantage, but it's something that you really have to focus on being successful. And then you have to also understand that fame is fleeting, and it doesn't come, fame and success don't come with a warranty. So at some point in your life, on the route through fame, you're gonna fail. And you're not going to be as famous as you once were. And then the question is, how can you deal with that?
Ramon, thank you for sharing all of your gems. I know you have so much more, and we got to figure out how we can kind of get more out of you. But thank you so much for sharing. Like you said, focus not on the fame, but on being the best, on doing your best and working at your craft. So thank you for that. And also your book, darling, is amazing. Where can people buy the book today? And Bertie told me that we have 2 autographed copies that we can share with our Connect fam. Where can they get your book first?
With your show, hustled me to give 2 books away to your listeners, so I agreed to do that. Yeah, so I have 2. Your listeners have an opportunity, or viewers have an opportunity to get an autographed book. The name of the book is The Fame Game: An Insider's Playbook for Earning Your 15 Minutes. It's available, as far as I know, on all major digital platforms and in your local bookstores. However you buy books, it's available there. You can keep up with me. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, www.herveyandcompany.com.
So good. Well, we are so grateful to have you here with us today. And make sure that you follow Ramon and check out his new book as well, The Fame Game. And if you are ready to build your business and brand with the power of media, there's no better place to do it than right here on the Connect Network TV.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Sandy. And thank you to all of our amazing guests. Keep up with past episodes at theconnectonline.com. We will see you next Saturday, and always sending some big love and hugs out to our breast cancer warriors out there. Take a second, call somebody, tell them you love them while they can hear it and receive it. Love you for free. Bye, Sandy. Bye.